back because I stopped because I used to, yeah, and now I'm just do my best to be of good cheer and follow the nose, you know.
Yeah. And that's it. That's it. I love it. All right. We're reading The Annihilated Self by James Twyman. And we're in chapter 12 of it. I know what I was going to do. Let's see. Did I do this? Um, he talked about that. And speaking of this business with these characters, let me go here. Let me go here and let me go there and here and there. Um, but there was an article on Facebook about Marguerite Porete, who is the saint who James was studying when he was like brought to this place of uh, this hearing and whatever with okay, I'm going to do that anyway. Uh, that she's the inspiration for this book that we're reading. And so there's this article that was in that someone posted on Facebook about her. And oh, what did I do? Oh, look, Danny Thomas. This is not what I intended. Hang on just a
Oh
second.
wait, that's that girl right there in the
Yeah,
middle, right?
Marlo. Yep. There she is. Okay. All
I
right.
used to watch her when I was a kid.
Oh, I know it. I loved her. All right. So
Yeah.
this was Marguerite Porete. Marguerite Porete. That says in 1310, a woman was led up into the center of Paris and burned alive. Her name was Marguerite Porete. Her crime was
Wow.
not violence, conspiracy, or rebellion. It was writing a book. Marguerite came from the county of Hainaut in what is now Belgium. She likely was born in the mid 1200s, though exact dates are uncertain. She joined a religious movement known as the Beguines. The Beguines were lay women who chose lives of prayer and service without taking permanent monastic vows. They lived in communities, supported themselves through work, and focused on spiritual growth. Their independence made church authorities uneasy. They were not nuns under strict monastic rule, nor were they fully under clerical control. Marguerite went even further than most. In the late 1200s, she wrote The Mirror of Simple Souls, often known as the Mirror of Simple Souls. That does the same thing. The book was a mystical dialogue between allegorical figures such as love, reason, and the soul. So this is the dialogue between love, reason, and the soul that we're reading right now in this book from James Twyman. Uh, it describes 7 stages of spiritual transformation. At its center was a radical claim. Marguerite argued that a soul could become so united with divine love that it no not longer needed the church's rituals and rules in the same way. In complete surrender to God, she said, the soul finds true freedom. She wrote that such a soul becomes incapable of sin because it no longer acts from selfish will. To theologians, this sounded dangerous. It is dangerous. It appeared to suggest that moral law no longer applied to certain people. To Marguerite, it described the deepest possible union with God. She did not write in Latin, the language of the clergy and scholars. She wrote in old French. Ordinary people could read it. That made her ideas harder to contain. Between 1296 and 1306, the Bishop of Cambria condemned her book as heretical. He ordered it burned publicly and commanded Marguerite never to circulate it again. She refused. She believed her work carried divine truth and would not retract it. In 1308, she was arrested and handed over to the Inquisitor of France, William of Paris, a Dominican friar connected to King Philip IV. She was imprisoned in Paris for about 18 months. During her trial, Marguerite refused to take the required oath or answer questions. Her silence was deliberate. Church authorities offered her chances to recant. Others had saved their lives by admitting error. She would not. A group of theologians from the University of Paris examined her book and identified 15 statements they judged heretical. One was the idea that a soul united with God could give nature what it desires without sin. This was seen as undermining moral discipline and church authority. On May 31st, 1310, she was formally declared a relapsed heretic. The next day, June 1st, she was taken to the Palace de Grève in Paris for execution. She was handed to secular authorities and burned at the stake. A contemporary chronicle records something unexpected. Though the writer did not support her views, he noted that she faced death calmly and that many in the crowd were moved to tears by her composure. Instead of rage or panic, they saw serenity. Authorities ordered her book destroyed. They intended to erase both the text and its author. They failed. The Mirror of Simple Souls continued to circulate secretly across Europe. It was translated into Latin, Italian, and Middle English. For centuries, it was read anonymously or credited to others. The text survived, even when her name was lost. In 1946, scholar Roman Guarnieri studied manuscripts in the Vatican Library and identified Marguerite Porete as the true author. More than 600 years after her death, her name was restored to her work. Today, Marguerite Porete is recognized as one of the most important medieval mystics. Her ideas are often compared with those of Meister Eckhart, who also explored union with God and faced charges of heresy. Her execution reflects the tension between institutional authority and personal spiritual experience in medieval Europe. Her survival in manuscript tradition shows that ideas can outlast attempts to silence them. Marguerite Porete refused to deny what she believed to be true. She met the fire without retracting her words. The church tried to destroy her book. Instead, it traveled across centuries. Her voice, once condemned, is still read today. So that is the Marguerite Porete, who is the um, uh, I guess the inspiration for this book that we're reading. And I love that. I didn't realize that the dialogue between love and soul and whatever I forget already were inspired by that. So that's
Love
pretty
and soul and reason.
cool. Reason, that's right. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Uh, so uh, so we're going to read our book. Anybody have any thoughts before we go on to that?
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting about all this stuff with the people being burned at the stake, back in the Nicene Council and all that, whatever, is or head like Paul getting his head chopped off, is that's what I love about A Course in Miracles, how Jesus is saying it was no big deal. You realize you're not the body, so she was so composed and serene because the Lord had brought her in to comfort, and she knew, and I got it really connected when Tamara from Foundation for Inner Peace, Judy Scutch's daughter.
Uh,
But I guess Judy was she was finally going, crossing over, and she was having a heart attack. And her daughter Tamara was there, like in the hospital or wherever, like holding her hand and like holding it really tight because her mom was like just going crazy, having a heart attack. And then came through this really peaceful presence that said, that kind of like, it's okay, it's okay, just give thanks to the body, everything's happening, doing what it needs to be happening, I'm okay. And then went back in, and Tamara was just, yeah. So I love the story because it just connects everything that he's saying in A Course in Miracles. Is I would never leave you without comfort.
yeah. Yeah, once you have made that connection with the Holy Spirit and you are in that place, then there's no fear for the body because you're not that. Rafi, hi, go ahead.
Yeah, what I got jumped out at me is how the truth is eternal. Bodies come and go, but the truth is eternal. They couldn't kill the truth. And so it carried now it's hundreds and hundreds of years later. The truth is still alive, it's still there. It's being used, other people are being used as the translators or the transmitters of it, but and they're all serving the way they're supposed to. Uh, but there it is. You go ahead and kill me. You think you're going to kill the truth? I don't think so. This is just a body and it ain't real. The truth is,
That's love. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. And we're coming to that more and more every day. Hi, Brooklyn. Go ahead, sweetie. You're muted.
Namaste, mighty companions. Rafi just reminded me of a song. They can't take that away from me.
That's right. They can't. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, let's check out our book. Who wants to read? We have Soul and we have Love. And I don't know if anybody else shows up in this, but um, so we need two readers.
I'll read, Lynn. I don't care which one I am.
Okay, you can
I'll be
be.
Soul.
All right. Ed's the soul, Deb's the love. And if Reason shows up, somebody else will have to read. Okay. All right, here we go. Soul, go on ahead.
There's a quote I'd like to share with you from one of my spiritual teachers, Thomas Merton. He said, I have only one desire, and that is the desire for solitude, to disappear into God, to be submerged in his peace, to be lost in the secret of his face. This is very similar to what you are teaching me, love.
Yes, dear soul, Merton was already dissolving when he wrote those words. He saw the futility of seeking God through anything other than disappearance. That desire for solitude is not a withdrawal from the world. It's a surrender of the illusion that there is anything other than God. To be lost in the secret of my face is to vanish into what cannot be seen, described, or named. It is not the finding of God, but the losing of everything else. When he said to disappear into God, he did not mean death nor escape. He meant the secret vanishing, the unholy, the holy unknowing, the quiet flame that consumes the veil of self until only light remains.
I feel that longing too, to submerge into peace, to fall so deeply into silence that even the thought of me no longer rises.
The longing is the final grace. It does not ask you to build or fix or offer. It asks you only to let go. Let the longing deepen until it becomes stillness. Let it carry you inward until you are no longer the one who longs. Then you will find me not as an object or as other. You will awaken as me.
I've always tried to reach you, to attain you through words, through prayer, through devotion. Now you're asking me to let go even of reaching?
Yes, because reaching implies distance, and there is no distance, only the idea of it. The one who reaches will never touch me, because the one believes in separation. The one who stops reaching becomes what they sought. Merton was not desiring solitude from people or things, he was desiring solitude from the self. He saw that in the quiet. God was not something found, but something revealed as what already is.
Then is that my only task now? To let myself disappear into you?
Yes, and even that word task is too heavy. It's not a task, it's a return, a melting, a remembering. Do not think of it as an effort. Think of it as warmth melting snow. as light dissolving fog. Nothing is lost except the veil.
And when I'm fully gone, when even this longing has burned away, what remains?
Only love, not as a feeling, not as idea, but as reality. The I that said, I want you to disappear is gone. What remains is the face that cannot be seen because it is everywhere. It is the peace that Merton tasted, the secret he pointed to. You are walking the same path now.
Hmm.
Then let it, oh, that's actually soul.
Yeah.
Got
So,
you.
no, it's soul.
Yeah.
Then let it happen. Let me fall into the secret. Let me vanish into you.
You already are. There is no more doing and no more seeking. Now let the echo fade. Be still, beloved. You are already submerged. The secret of my face has always been your own.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was fun,
Yes.
Eddie.
Good to see you again, Deb.
Yeah, that was really fun. I'm glad it was short. We had a lot of time to talk beforehand. So what do y'all think?
The script is written. That's all I just keep coming back to. What is there to complain about? Just
Or
enjoy the
worry about?
ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, just enjoy the ride. I forget who said that.
Bill Hicks. You know Bill Hicks?
Bill Hicks and the Hot Licks.
No. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll go find Bill Hicks and you can chat amongst yourselves. Uh I think once you see Bill, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I really like the reading, but I'm really like understanding or sensing, that one of the lines that when the longing's gone, when the searching's gone, when the disappearance is the remembrance of what has always been. And that's the disappearance of the universe is you're not investing in it anymore. You just meet that love within yourself. Everyone's talked about it, the love of God. I do have to say that book, Seven Story Mountain by Thomas Merton, is wonderful. I found it on YouTube. Someone just read it, and he had a really nice voice. And it had been on my shelf for 20 years, and I just never opened it. But it's a beautiful book, and his description of loving his brother was so profound to me. And we were talking earlier about other people's life stories having so much more interesting facts than our own, but I don't believe that. I really believe every single one of our stories is this beautiful representation of how to find the self, like how to drop into the self. You know, the egoic story that we created or somehow created after we were, incarnated or born, has nothing to do with us. And I've seen evidence of that throughout my whole life. I've seen the evidence, and I didn't know how to stop going back into that. And it's funny because the reason sometimes I see reason, like I love the voice of love, and then we know what the voice of soul is or the self. But the voice of reason, sometimes to me, I have a negative connotation to it. You know? It's the one you're supposed to rebel against. And that I'm letting that soften now that the voice of reason is if the water's rising to go out of the basement,
Really?
there's voices of reason that I must be grateful for. and respond to. And anyway, I'll let Rafi go because I'm just kind of
Let Rafi
sharing.
go. Yeah, I think you're right on both sides. And Rafi, go ahead.
Yeah, in regard to the script being already written, what they don't mention is that the script is already written for our benefit, moment by moment, step by step, word by word. It's no accident that we are all here seeking self realization. That's been predetermined. It's no accident that we decided I'm going to be on this ACIM Zoom thing this afternoon. Okay, we're here because we're supposed to be here. It's no accident that when you and Edward were talking, two or three different triggers came up. And I was able to look at the triggers, bring them up, and realize it was all wanting control and let them go. So I got back into acceptance again. It's all been the divine guidance is taking care of it. Oh, we are divinely guided, divinely protected, divinely provided for every step of the way. All we have to do is surrender to it. And even surrendering is predetermined if we are intelligent enough or aware enough to go, oh, yeah, that's the smartest thing to do. So I just wanted to share that. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Rafi. And yeah, you always know what to do. You always know what to do. If you hesitate, you're listening to ego. If you wonder, you're listening to ego. Just do what you're going to do. And don't judge it in any way at all because it's perfect. Ed, go ahead. And then after you're done, I'm going to play this Bill Hicks things for you.
I just was just kind of something that came up when Rafi was talking or sharing was thank you, Rafi, was choose again. Like we have a decision maker, so this is another teacher is telling me like even that choice is already made. Like you think you're choosing again, but it's already made. And I think and there's other people who are like, no, that's the quandary I'm in, even though I'm even letting that go. Like, okay, well, but the rules of decision are just keep coming back to me like because it says give the choice, like this is the only free will you have left. Everything else is the choice to decide to choose happiness or being right. And yeah, I kind of wanted to ask because you were on a roll there, Rafi. Just like I just kept nodding yes. But anyone who has comments on that, I'd love to hear it, or any wisdom.
We have the power of decision. We have the power of allowing. We have the power of intention. We have that. That is within us, and it has nothing to do with our ego. We have the power to stand back and look at that ego mind and watch it go through its machinations and realize it has nothing to do with us. And unless we make that decision, then we're caught up in it. And then all that stuff about being a victim and oh, this is shit, and oh my God, what's going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. That stuff will just keep running. But we have been blessed with, we get this power of standing back and discriminating. Wait a minute, that's not what I am. I don't
And
have
that's
to.
the power of forgiveness, right?
Yeah, I don't have to listen to that thing.
Okay.
Nobody told me I had to listen to all of those crazy thoughts. Nobody came to you when you were a little kid. Every thought you got to listen. Nobody ever said that to you. The ego mind is not your friend. It's your enemy. Jesus said, love your enemies. Got no problem with that.
Yeah, and what? Thank you, Rafi, for that. And yeah, the choose again is choose which teacher I'm going to look at this with. Am I going to look at this with the Holy Spirit, or I'm going to look at it with the ego? That's the only choice I have. Is who I'm going to look at, who I'm going to side with in the situation. And a lot of times I choose the ego, and then I suffer. But when I decide, oh gosh, I forgot to ask the Holy Spirit, then I see everything is perfect just the way it is. Oh, thank you. Thank you for those questions and answers. And Brooklyn, yes, please go ahead.
The power of trust. I have a little story. I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. You know, it was raining and it took 2 trains to get there, subways. And I get there earlier, and they asked me, and the guy behind the desk looks at me. He says, "Your appointment is for Thursday." And I was there, oh my goodness. But I saw a nurse practitioner. It was only to change a CT thing, you know. And and I trust that there's some reason that I went there on Tuesday instead of Thursday. I consider it a gift to me. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm such an idiot," blah 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 blah. Yeah,
So did they see you or did
yeah,
you?
they saw me.
Yeah, so it was all perfect. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
All right,
I'm
we're
grateful.
gonna we're gonna listen to Bill Hicks, and I'm sure you are. This gentleman passed away some time ago with lung cancer. He was not a smoker, I don't think, just like so many of our, like Ken Wapnick, you know. But he was a comedian. You may have heard of him. So here we go.
You never see positive drug stories on the news, do you? Isn't that weird? Since most of the experiences I've had on drugs were real fucking positive. Who are these morons they're finding? That's what I want to know. I used to want to call the news. Come over to our house. Watch Tommy. He's a pig. Film him. He's been doing that for hours. He's killing us. You getting all that? You know what I mean? Always that same LSD story, you've all seen it. Young man on acid thought he could fly, jumped out of a building. What a tragedy. What a dick. Fuck him. He's an idiot. If he thought he could fly, why didn't he take off on the ground first? Check it out. You don't see ducks lined up to catch elevators to fly south. They fly from the ground, you moron. Quit ruining for everybody. He's a moron. He's dead. Good. We lost a moron. Fucking celebrate. Wow, I just felt the world get lighter. We lost a moron. Put on the Hammer album. I'm ready to dance. We lost a moron. I don't mean to sound cold or cruel or vicious, but I am, so that's the way it comes out. Professional help is being sought. How about a positive LSD story? Wouldn't that be newsworthy just once? To base your decision on information rather than scare tactics and superstitions and lies? Just once. I think it would be newsworthy. Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we're the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather. You've been fantastic, and I hope you enjoyed it. There is a point. Is there a point to all this? Let's find a point. Is there a point to my act? I would say there is. I have to. The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride, and we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up. Look at my furrows of worry. Look at my big bank account and my family. Has to be real. It's just a ride. But we always kill those good guys who try and tell us that. You ever notice that? And let the demons run amok? But it doesn't matter because it's just a ride. And we can change it anytime we want. It's only a choice. No effort, no work, no job, no savings of money. A choice right now between fear and love. The eyes of fear want you to put bigger locks on your door, buy guns, close yourself off. The eyes of love instead see all of us as one. Here's what we can do to change the world right now, to a better ride. Take all that money we spend on weapons and defense each year and instead spend it feeding, clothing, and educating the poor of the world, which it would many times over, not one human being excluded, and we can explore space together, both inner and outer, forever in peace. Thank you very much. You've been great. I hope you enjoy it. London, you're fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And that was Bill Hicks. What do you think?
You say he died?
Hey,
Yes, yeah.
Oh man.
what year?
Let's see if I can see this, if I can see anything about it. Um, it's been a while. There's some really good, that was kind of sketchy, but it was basically his philosophy that you just saw. And
Sounds like you read A Course in Miracles.
yeah, I know. I know it's pretty crazy. Because yeah, that was taped in 1992. Let me see if I can see when he passed away. But you can find him on, like I said, on YouTube.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I'm gonna.
Yeah, because yeah, it did sound like he was reading A Course in Miracles, and
Yeah.
he was a pretty amazing guy. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah. But I mean, comedians, look at George Carlin. I mean, that look at the comedians today, and you know why? Why is that? Because you really have to laugh. Until we can look at this shit and laugh about it, we're going to take it seriously. So
Well,
why?
that's what he said. The first step is the single largest step is to realize God is love.
Yep,
And humor comes from the angelic realm. So
absolutely.
that's love.
That is. Rafi, go ahead.
I've been in comedy for over 60 years. There's
Wow.
only been 3 comics in all of that time that dealt with this subject. You mentioned George Carlin and Hicks, and there was one other guy. His name is not coming to me now. It's like when I'm having dinner, I'll remember. When I get up and do stand-up stuff, I point out how ludicrous a lot of the things that people take for granted or really, dwell on, and I put it into way more subtle thing. Now I'm starting to think maybe I ought to open my mouth even a little wider, because this guy, it was inspiring. Carlin always inspired me, and so did that other guy. The other guy, after a while, while he was doing it for several years, started to shift a little bit because he somehow got the feeling that he wasn't reaching a big enough audience and that he had to broaden his spectrum and get away from metaphysical stuff a little bit. And I'm sorry he did that. But and he shows up, like on game shows as a guest and stuff like that. And every once in a while you see him, with a small role in a movie or a TV, a comedy thing. But these other 2 guys, Hicks and Carlin, were really led at the forefront of all of that. And I was so glad that they kind of opened me up a little bit. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafi. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, because that's where when people want to laugh, because we want to laugh. And we forgot to laugh about it. But these guys can bring it around and show you this is why you should be laughing about this. This is really why you should be laughing about this, because it's all ridiculous. and to take it seriously is to put yourself in a place of fear. So I love that. Thank you. And Rafi, I would love to hear that. I'm excited about the potential there.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I wanna, let's do a series. Let's do something like a weekly series with Rafi. Call it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
We'll record it and put it out. He'll be infamous.
That's right.
Yeah. We got the thumbs up.
All right. Here, I'm going to play something else. This is called The Big Electron. You'll like this too. You'll like this too. This has got two of your faves right here.
There is a point. Is there a point to all this? Let's find a point. Is this real? Or is this just a ride? The world is like a ride. You think it's real? It's just a ride. We can change it any turn we want. It's only a choice between fear and love. The world is like a ride. You think it's real? It's just a ride. We can change it any turn we want. It's only a choice between fear and love. The ride goes up and down, round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored. It's up and down, round and round, and it's very loud. Don't worry, don't be afraid. It's just a ride. And we can change it any turn we want. It's only a choice between fear and love.
Why are we here? I think we're part of a greater wisdom than we will ever understand. A higher order. Call it what you want. Know what I call it? The big electron. The big electron. The big electron. It doesn't punish, doesn't reward. It doesn't judge at all. It just is, and so are we. For a little while. The ride goes up and down, round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored. Up and down, round and round, and it's very loud. Don't worry, don't be afraid. It's just a ride. And we can change it any turn we want. It's only a choice between fear and love. The big electron. It doesn't punish, doesn't reward. It doesn't judge at all. It just is, and so are we. For a little while.
For some reason, that just brings tears to my eyes. All those melody sheet things do. I love them so much. But yeah, there we are. It's just a big electron. It doesn't do
Thanks,
anything.
Lynn.
Doesn't
Thanks for sharing
judge.
those, Lynn.
Oh my gosh.
I hope I can find those on there. I'm sure there's a bunch, but I guess they'll just show up. You just YouTube that.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I can maybe put up the link or something to that, because yeah, that melody sheet one, oh my gosh. They have some of the most beautiful things on there. They're the ones that there's so many of them that I have listened to, and sometimes I'll just sit here and cry. Listen to these things and cry, but not because I'm sad or anything, just so
Tears
inspired.
of joy.
Just
Tears
so
of joy.
yeah, it is joyful and so beautiful.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, this site here, Melody Sheep, they put together things that are just oh my God, just stunning. And they ask all the questions, and they've got some of the greatest thinkers of the world in there. And they remix all these beautiful things, and oh my God, it just, like I said, these guys I love them.
It's a step. It's a step on the rung.
Yeah. Yep. reminding us this is who we are. All right, you guys, this has been really fun. I love you all so much. And see y'all in the morning.
Yes.
From Robert or Cherie today. Have anybody heard anything from Robert or Cherie at all? I have not either. So
They have
our hearts and thoughts.
love and light to
My
them
mother
for
used to
sure.
say, "No news is good news."
That's right.
Who
I like
knows?
All
Hey,
right.
Lynn, can
Bye,
I ask,
guys.
can I ask you a question, Lynn?
Sure.
This is regarding the Zoom, because I'm coming back on at 6 and I want to start, I want to do a thing like with some videos that I have done. I've done a lot of clips with Teddy and Kate and whatnot.
Huh?
And boy, Teddy was a comedian, I tell you.
Oh, he
That,
was hilarious. Yeah.
that guy was hilarious. So I got a bunch of clips for him, just 1 minute clips. And how do I